You've probably heard it your whole life. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. It's a rule repeated so often by so many people that we rarely stop to question it. It's written on wellness blogs, echoed by fitness influencers, and even casually mentioned by doctors. The number is simple, easy to remember, and somehow reassuring. But what if it's not actually based on science? What if for years we've been following a rule that was never meant to be a rule in the first place? The truth is, the 8 glasses a day recommendation is more of a myth than a medically grounded fact. The origin of this rule can be traced back to a 1945 US Food and Nutrition Board recommendation, which stated that the average person needs about 2.5 liters of water a day. But here's the twist. The very next sentence, often forgotten or ignored, said that most of that fluid intake comes from food. That's right. The original statement never meant you had to drink all that water separately. It just meant your body needs that amount of total fluid from all sources to function well. Yet somehow, over the decades, that nuance was lost. What remained was a catchy, simplified message. Drink 8 8-ounce glasses of water every day. And just like that, a myth was born. But hydration is not a one-size-fits-all formula. The amount of water you need depends on many personal and environmental factors. Your body weight, age, diet, climate, activity level, and even your medications can all affect your fluid needs. If you live in a hot, dry climate, or if you exercise regularly, your body naturally loses more water through sweat, and you'll need more fluids to make up for it. On the other hand, if you spend most of your day indoors in a temperature-controlled environment and eat a water-rich diet, your needs might be significantly lower than 8 glasses. Even the foods we eat can dramatically change our hydration needs. Think about fruits like watermelons, strawberries, oranges, and cucumbers. They're made up of over 90% water. Soups, stews, smoothies, yogurt, all of these contribute to your daily fluid intake. If you eat a diet high in fresh, water-dense foods, you may already be meeting most of your hydration needs without ever lifting a glass. Another factor often overlooked is how your medications affect your hydration. Diuretics, commonly used to treat high blood pressure, increase urine output and may cause dehydration if not balanced with proper fluid intake. Lithium, a mood stabilizer, also requires careful attention to hydration, as both dehydration and overhydration can affect its levels in the blood. Even over-the-counter medications like antihistamines and decongestants can cause dry mouth and mild dehydration. So how can you tell if you're truly hydrated? Here's a simple truth. Your body is very good at letting you know. The first and most obvious signal is thirst. If you feel thirsty, your body is asking for water. Ignoring that signal consistently is more concerning than not counting your glasses. Another reliable indicator is the color of your urine. Pale yellow usually means you're well hydrated. Dark yellow or amber could mean you need more fluids. If your urine is completely clear, you may even be overdoing it. Yes, overhydration is a thing. Drinking too much water, especially in a short period, can dilute the sodium in your blood and lead to a condition called hyponatremia. While rare, it can be serious and even life-threatening. Symptoms of dehydration include dry mouth, headaches, fatigue, lightheadedness, and poor concentration. But remember, these symptoms can also be caused by other factors like lack of sleep or poor diet. So it's important to look at your hydration habits in the context of your overall lifestyle. One of the most misunderstood ideas is that beverages like coffee or tea don't count toward your daily water intake. This simply isn't true. While caffeine has a mild diuretic effect, moderate consumption of coffee or tea does not dehydrate you. In fact, those drinks still contribute to your overall fluid intake. So if your morning routine includes a cup of coffee, you're already on your way to staying hydrated. Milk, juice, smoothies, they all count. And despite what some might say, even carbonated water and flavored water are valid sources of hydration. The key is to be aware of added sugars or excess calories in some drinks, But in terms of hydration, they still play a role. That being said, there are certain groups of people who should pay more attention to their hydration levels. Elderly individuals, for example, often have a diminished sense of thirst, making them more susceptible to dehydration. Children, athletes, and people with kidney stones or urinary tract infections also benefit from more deliberate hydration. If you fall into any of these groups, it's a good idea to make water intake part of your routine. But still, not necessarily 8 full glasses. Pregnant and breastfeeding individuals may also need increased fluid intake to support the additional metabolic demands placed on their bodies. Likewise, people recovering from illness, experiencing fever, vomiting, or diarrhea are at increased risk of fluid loss and should monitor their hydration more closely. These situations require conscious effort to replace lost fluids, but again, it's not about rigidly chasing a number. It's about supporting your body through its current demands. Cultural habits also play a role. In many Asian countries, people drink warm water or tea with meals and don't emphasize cold water consumption. In Mediterranean regions, hydration often comes from water-dense fruits and soups. These global traditions show there's no universal rule, just different approaches that work depending on climate, cuisine, and culture. So what's the takeaway here? Rather than blindly following a rigid number, learn to listen to your body. Drink when you're thirsty. Pay attention to your urine color. Consider the water content in your meals. And most importantly, understand that your needs may fluctuate from day to day. A long hike on a sunny day, you'll need more water. A cozy winter afternoon indoors with hydrating foods, probably less. This flexibility is not only more realistic, but also more aligned with how your body actually works. Hydration should be intuitive, not stressful. The 8 glasses a day rule may sound official, but in reality, it's a simplification that doesn't reflect the complexity of the human body. The next time someone reminds you to drink up, remember, it's not about hitting a number. It's about staying in tune with your body's real needs. And that's what I'm here to help you do. Not just follow health trends, but understand them. If this helped you see hydration in a new light, consider subscribing for more practical health insights, myth-busting science, and smart tips, all from your future pharmacist. In the next video, we're breaking down a question I get all the time. Is it safe to take ibuprofen every day? Stick around, and let's build your health knowledge one smart decision at a time.